party's last presidential nominee, Hillary Clinton, has criticized Senator Bernie Sanders' record in the Senate, saying nobody likes him, nobody wants to work with him, he got nothing done. Senator Klobuchar, you serve with Senator Sanders in the Senate. Is he going to be able to get the support? Not if you like it, but is he going to be able to get the support that he needs from Republicans?
Okay, I like Bernie just fine.
I'm very glad to be here, and what a great room of people here. This has really been wonderful.
So I want to ask, this came up several times in the debate, and it's come up with people I've talked to. It's interesting. There is a huge generational divide on this question, on the socialism word, right? Not just how people feel about it as a first-order question, but how they worry other people will feel about it, because that's really the worry, right? The worry is he will be nominated, and they'll drop $1 billion, literally $1 billion of advertising on his head, telling everyone in America the guy's a socialist and he loves Castro and he loves and that will really hurt. What do you think? How do you respond to that?
Well, first of all, he does love Julian Castro. That is true. Listen, I hope they do that, because what it will really remind people, and what I'll be and Bernie will be and others will be reminding people, the last time in this past century when we had to fight fascism, bigotry, white supremacy, and all that, it took a democratic socialist, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, to defeat that and to stand up and give us the things.
So he didn't call himself that.
That term didn't exist then.
What?
No, it didn't. Just like there's this thing from 1972 that Bernie wrote, this op-ed, saying that there should be no law discriminating against anybody who's in love with somebody of the same gender. The word gay rights did not exist 3 years after Stonewall. This is where Bernie's always been ahead of the curve. And on this particular issue, the idea of democratic socialism is simply the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And the rich man will have a harder time getting into heaven than a camel will have getting through the eye of a needle. That was another famous democratic socialist before the term was invented. But here's really the choice in front of us this year. The Democratic Party. Do we want the Democratic Party and the Democrat that's on the ballot? Do we want somebody who is going to be essentially a president like FDR? Or do we want the Democratic Party of Goldman Sachs? That's our choice. We don't want Goldman Sachs. This is the wrong way to go. It is not, and playing it safe, whenever we've played it safe, we lose. Mondale, Dukakis, Kerry, Gore,
McGovern.
No, that's back too far.
Okay. I see. You cut off the example.
No, from the 80s on.
Right.
Yeah, but No, we lose when we go safe and bland.
Well, but here, let me ask you.
We win when we take a risk and nominate somebody whose middle name is Hussein.
Right.
That's when we win. When everybody goes, oh my God, I like him, I like Obama, but and you start thinking of who these people are that you're trying to please.
Right.
It's your conservative brother-in-law at the Thanksgiving table. Stop worrying about him. We need to bring out the 100 million Americans who do not vote. If we can convince just 2 million of them to come out, we will have the White House.
So then that segues to the other question I have, which is about, part of the Sanders proposition for electability is precisely that, organizing, right? Bringing out new voters, turning people out. The first pilot run of that we had was Iowa. The turnout was roughly the same as 2016. A lot of people thought it would be much, much higher, and it wasn't. The percentage of first-time caucus goers was down slightly. It just seems to me that as a test of the Sanders thesis, the numbers in Iowa don't necessarily bear out the theory.
I was in Iowa for 2 weeks campaigning with Bernie. It was very clear to me that the American people are in a malaise. There is a despair across the country. And I saw that. It wasn't so much of who was running this year.
Yeah.
It was after 3 years of Donald J. Trump. People are too many people have kind of given up, and I don't want them to give up.
No,
I don't want them to give up at all. And when they hear the thing about socialism, I want them to think that the biggest socialist we have in this country is Donald Trump. He believes in socialism for the rich, tax breaks for the rich, socialism, giving free stuff to corporations, tax breaks for corporations. All this.
They handed out $30 million in money to big agribusiness.
Yes,
by themselves.
That's socialism for the wealthy. They love socialism. socialism. The people who got the money, they want more money for themselves to spread, to redistribute. They believe in redistribution. They like to distribute our money and give it to large corporations, agribusiness, go down the whole list. I'm telling you, it's like, I want this debate. I want this, so does Bernie. You want to fight.
Yep.
That is Bernie. He will not relent. He can't be bought. He will not sell out. And I just want to say, too, this debate tonight, I really enjoyed it.
I did, too.
I clapped, I think, for each candidate. Every candidate said something great.
Yeah.
You know, what they said about war and peace, what Tom Steyer said about race, what they were all, and Amy Klobuchar, you've got to love her.
She had a wonderful night, yeah.
Well, she also is just honest.
Yeah.
What you see, that's the real deal. She's not trying to fake an answer and pander to you. She's going to say what she says. And when she said that to Pete Buttigieg about, you said that you were bored with the trial, that you'd rather watch cartoons, and then the camera cut to him, and he, like a cartoon character, he raised his hand like this. Oh, don't do that.
That cut deep.
But it was really, you really saw how kind of, look, it didn't get said tonight.
She was good.
But let's have a round of applause for the fact that we have maybe a tie for first. I think, Bernie won the popular vote. But we had a gay man in the United States of America won a primary, a tied a primary